let me just ask you. You're married now,
Mm-hmm.
correct? But there were women before your wife that you came across. They were probably decent women, right? I would say that your wife was probably not the first marriageable woman that you met, correct? So there was a reason why you chose to marry your wife over somebody else who was marriageable, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that that's the same for women. It's just you know that it's kind of like when men say, "Oh, he goes to his boys," and he's like, "Yo, that's the one right there." It's something about her that's the one. You may have it's the men who have good chicks in their life and they never marry them. They're like, oh, she a good girl, but she just ain't the one. You know, it's something about whatever chick you chose. I like to think that your wives are special. So it's something about the one that you chose that was right for you. Even Trigger Mike sat here and said he had women even while he was dating. And I would assume that they weren't all just whores. You know, he was on a whole campus full of women, and I'm pretty sure there was some good women. You know,
Like, so if you ask me,
listen,
You whore.
he's spoken, you
so
guys. He has spoken on his past about his college experience, and so I'm pretty sure he came across other women who were like, you know, good women, but he didn't choose them. He chose his wife for a reason. Am
okay,
I
so
right?
like if I was to answer the question that I asked y'all, this is kind of like the gist of what I was trying to get from you. So I got a certain look that I wanted, right? Or a certain beauty standard. So you hit the beauty standard, I'm attracted to you. Now we move into personality. I see you around your family, okay? Your family looks to you as a nurturer. You're not really needy of the family. They come, so you're nurturing, you're giving. You're not over talkative. You're pretty quiet for me. You can follow the directions and understand what conversation is, so we don't have to argue. You devoted yourself to making sure you're not going to blow up and balloon up on me. Um, you're teachable and moldable when it comes to sex and other things that I specifically like, be it food or whatever. Um, and then from there, when you whittle that down, you should come to a few options and you choose the best option out of that, and you can love that person. So, like, if you were to pick a man, like, how would you whittle that down?
Can I answer? I didn't know if you were asking someone in particular.
No, all the ladies, like, you know.
Okay. I'll just answer real quick and then I'll let someone else go. I didn't know. I would say, and this is the case for my husband, and obviously some things it's you're just going to have to compromise, and just I think it's like that 80/20, or at least it's how I used to believe, the 80/20. But anyway, someone who, and this is just off the top of my head, someone who's physically active, physically fit, because of the discipline that requires, and also just the passion that I have too for it. Um, this might seem silly, but like music is a huge deal. So I want someone that actually cares about that type of stuff. Political ideologies, in a sense, or you could say, philosophical. We have to have the same values, kind of see the same things, not two sides of, the spectrum, like extreme. Um, Family oriented, like how he treats his family, things like that, how he, well, and others. It's going to be location, I'm sure. Um, yes, I am married, by the way. Sorry, saw in the chat. I guess just how he carries himself, how he takes care of like his personal hygiene, things like that are, I think, just a few to name, but also religion, I could go on, but yeah. So hopefully that helps. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah, I heard. Do y'all have Shan and Inez?
Um, I mean, and you know, so you want to go?
Yeah, sure.
I'm
So
simple.
for
Go ahead.
me, physical attraction is important. So we start there. Physically, am I attracted to you? Second becomes religion, and not just being of the same faith, but actually having um, an active relationship, an intimate relationship with God. Um, Family oriented, community oriented, I hold those in the same category. Um, and then after that comes, can we work together, right? Because you could be a really great person. I think I'm a pretty great person, but are we actually able to work together? Can we cooperate? Do our values align? Like, how do we actually function as two people trying to do life together? So that's, I guess, where as far as I've gotten so far.
Okay, thank
JR, don't move Tan. I want feminine energy next to me, please. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. No, move her back. What? Don't put her. No, get her away from Mike. Get her away from Mike. He a whore.
He's married. Okay.
Former whore. You can't
Yeah,
trust
like-
him. You can't
A man
move
should
her.
be on the end for protection. Go ahead. She might fall off.
You getting it now? You getting it?
Don't put
Go
her in
ahead.
between two men. That's
Ted,
lame.
did you want to add?
That's exactly where she want to be. How about you ask her what she want?
Go
Looking
ahead.
like you speak for women. I'm not listening to you.
Go ahead. Ted, would you like to add what you like, what you want?
This is in no particular order. Someone who has the same values, same ethics. Someone who we have the same, we're compatible. We have the same likes. Family oriented, someone I'm attracted to, someone who can financially support us. Gosh, I think those are the highlights. I mean, there's so many things I can just run down. Someone who has leadership, someone who is, and I want someone who is well spoken, someone who knows how to navigate in the business world, but still knows how to make me laugh, and just hang out with the homies. So someone who is just versatile.
Shannon, you ain't say nothing yet. So
Okay, so for me, one, it's somebody I'm attracted to, and I put that as number one because that's the thing that is kind of, and I'm not even saying you got to be a goddess, but just decent, because when a guy is in the gym and I feel like he is, doing his thing, it makes me want to match his shine, so to speak, Another thing is leadership skills. I can look at your past and see that you are on the right direction. That's why I usually go for the widow or divorced guy. So he has a past that I can look at my age. When I was younger, of course, that didn't happen. I like guys who can teach me new things. I love a smart guy who can teach me something. And I'm like, oh, you're so smart. Have an intellectual conversation with. I like guys who, and that's really it. Yeah, that's really it.
do y'all like because I know men we'll have a list, right?
And treats me well. I'm sorry, let me throw that in there. Treats me well.
So we'll have a list and say we'll negotiate certain parts of the list. So like if say you might have been the most attracted to this girl, she a 10, but she not compatible, like she just talked too much or something. We'll go to the 9 that don't talk like her, but we'll even it out to get, you know what I'm saying, what we want. Do y'all do that as well?
Kind of like non-negotiables in a way, and things that are.
I would say they all kind of negotiable for us. Would y'all agree with that, the men?
I don't agree with that at all. I think that men are fantastic at having their baseline. Like, even if there's some level of negotiable, like if you are attracted to women who are 10s and you have access to those women and they like you, even if you don't like certain qualities, those men will rarely marry a woman who's like, I don't know, below an 8, right? There's still like that fixed line that men will not negotiate past. I think that women, even though they have a longer list, are more lenient about their list than men are.
For me, the list is simple. I have my what I won't tolerate, and everything else is negotiable. What I won't tolerate, you raise your voice. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. We're not gonna do that. Another non-negotiable. I had to learn this a little bit later. If you're not family oriented, thank you for your time. Have a nice day. I can get you in the gym. I'm not worried about that. But you can't be obese. Like You, like you can't walk through like a rhino. I'm not gonna accept that. Outside of that, oh, and you got to be at least a 6. Got to be at least a 6, and not a 6 to me.
The universal 6.
Right. Right. Everything else I can work with. I can work with everything else.